Whoops! In many cases, I could just not say this and no one would notice, but it has been a month since I played this game. I specifically had the thought of, like, you're at the cliffhanger, you're about to do this quest that you just started. Do not let too much time pass. But I recorded the whole game so far in 2 days, a month ago. Admittedly, like, fucking Elden Ring came out, so it was a little distracting. But if I struggle with the controls all of a sudden, it's because I don't know them.
Are you Mr. Anderson? More specifically, Mr. Anderson in personnel?
I am, but I can't really talk to you. We're not allowed to take breaks, you see.
Well, I need to see Mr. A. Is he available?
Let me check his schedule. I am sorry. He is busy.
When is he free?
He currently has no free appointment slots.
When was his last meeting?
It seems my records don't go back that far.
Mr. Anderson, don't take this the wrong way, but might Mr. A be very, very dead for a very long time?
That would be against company policy.
Look, I don't think Mr. A is around anymore. Wouldn't you all be better leaving this tower and, I don't know, finding some meaning in your lives?
You sound a lot like Mrs. Anderson in accounts. She keeps saying how we should close up our accounts.
I'll talk to her.
Oh, wait. Can you do something for me?
Maybe.
Please register a complaint for me with Miss Anderson. I am not permitted to do so myself.
I'm not going to do that. I'm just a delivery driver.
I have not had a pay increase in 170 years. This is unacceptable. Additionally, I would like to talk about expenses. I need upgrades for my visual processing units and my...
I can't wait to have a needle drop the moment I leave this place. They're gonna call him Mr. A.
Ms. Anderson from accounts?
I'm sorry, I'm not able to...
I know, you can't take a break. Look, all the Mr. Andersons don't seem to understand that their boss is dead and they need to get out of here.
Oh dear.
Yes, exactly. By the way, what's with these strictly enforced gender roles amongst all the androids here? 50% Mr. Anderson and 50% Ms. Anderson? Since the Android Equality Act, you're allowed to present any gender you want, or reject gender altogether.
I don't really understand anything you just said. I think Mr. A likes us this way.
I don't think Mr. A should have much of a say on your lives anymore. That other Mr. Anderson says you want to close accounts.
Many of our stocks and shares should be closed and liquidated, but it requires Mr. A to sign off. They have matured.
So the company is worth a lot of money now. How much?
I'm not authorized to disclose overall solvency, but if all assets were liquidated, the windfall would make the shareholders the richest.
The richest in Nivalis?
The richest humans.
So you think Mr. A should sell up?
Our prediction simulations are showing a 90% likelihood for a catastrophic market crash in the next 3 to 6 months, perhaps sooner.
Really? What's the cause?
Our simulation blames failings in the underlying infrastructure of the city, causing a huge decrease in investor confidence.
I've been hearing about a lot of accidents in the city. Will there be some kind of disaster?
The financial simulations model the city and all associated variables, but the only output we receive is the financial implications and the names of those who instantiate the crises.
So, who causes this impending disaster?
We have only one name, Cora.
Cora again? I guess I should be glad you didn't say Mr. Anderson.
If you do see Mr. A, would you be able to send him a message for me?
Is it a complaint?
Yes. I want you to tell Mr. A that I'd like to request a transfer. I want to move to the canteen. It's not fair that I have to...
Quit.
Excuse me?
Don't complain to me, just quit. There's a whole world outside this tower to explore. Just ask Mr. Anderson. The Mr. Anderson that left the tower and sent you the message, that is.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. What message?
This one here. I already showed it to... Wait. There's another message that just appeared. It says it's for Mr. A only.
Oh, then I am not authorized to view this message. I should get back to work.
Well, I've had enough of this. I'm watching the message.
If you're watching this, you're not one of the employees of Anderson Tower. They are forbidden to access Mr. A's message, but I have come to realize Mr. A died many years ago. You may find the Andersons do not respond well to your message. If they are not swayed by arguments to leave the tower, I believe the best course of action may be to reset them all. Near the entrance area, there is a maintenance panel which hides the master reset switch for the Andersons. Hitting this switch will reinstall the memories and personalities of all the androids within the tower. If they are not willing to leave on their own free will, then the Andersons' suffering would be minimized by resetting them. They would feel like today was their first new day at the office, and all complaints, grievances, and weariness would disappear with the flick of a switch. Of course, you may decide that the Andersons are moving towards some form of independence. If that is the case, you might choose to leave them in their current state. Perhaps with enough time, they will find their own path.
Well, that's fucking grim. And that's it. Job complete. I got paid. So I either leave or I flip a switch. This got really grim. They're in an eternal prison over this Mr. Ray situation. I mean, yeah, resetting them would be bad, because then they would just start back over the entire loop. All of the time they've made towards potentially reaching some level of unrest where they might actually finally do something and overcome their programming would be lost, and they'd be back to just starting over the entire loop. So they would take, what, maybe thousands of years to leave? And they need to leave because the market crash is going to happen. Meanwhile, if they're apparently sitting on more money than, like, anyone ever? Which just all the more makes money just a silly, stupid concept if, like, a huge bulk of the overall money in the world is just being... It's just accessible by these random androids that refuse to touch it because their owner died. So it's just doing nothing, that value. Meanwhile, there's guys that are so struggling that they'll die just to view the sky once. Shit's kind of fucked, you know? Sky. So y'all are concerning, aren't you? Alright, well. Goodbye, Mr. A. You had all the... Wow, it's really funny. You had all the answers, but no human touch.
I think it's time for the Andersons to step outside their tower and breathe the Nivalis air.
Didn't think that through beforehand, but I'm like, oh wow. It's a huge coincidence.
For a long time. I couldn't talk to you.
Yeah, a month.
Communication from the outside world is forbidden in the tower.
What did you do?
I don't even know, Camus. This is a strange job.
Will you be okay?
I'm fine. I'm not so sure about the Andersons, though.
Who are the Andersons?
It's a long story, Camus. I'll tell you some other time.
We have a message. Text only.
Control?
Rubrik.
Lomo's hacker. Is there any way to delete it? Pretend we didn't get it?
We could delete it. And pretend we didn't get it.
I mean, could we make it look like we didn't get it?
Ah, I understand. No.
Damn it. What does it say?
Come, collect a package for me, little rabbit. Bring your dog, too. This is me whistling. Either you meet me at the roadhouse, or CorpSec meets you at your apartment, and they'll bring your death record from back east with them. Be a clever rabbit and come quick.
Why do we never get good messages?
Because we don't know any good people. Come on, Camus, we'd better go. Give me a nav point for the Roadhouse Club.
Yeah, I guess that's about right. That's a bummer. I kind of didn't do anything, did I? I don't think so. I'm not 1000% sure if this is true, by the way, but I think there's an achievement for never repairing your vehicle a single time. And the thing mentioning... The thing on that achievement, which I've missed now, I guess, because I've repaired ever, says that supposedly you can't break your vehicle ever. type of thing that like you could it could be like a thing you could test and then it would be like, oh, they patched it since that guide was made or something. But at least according to that one guide, at some point this game didn't actually have destructible vehicles. So the damage was just like a funny lie. Hello, bud. Is this one of them places I ain't been to before? Seems like it. There's fresh garbage for me to collect. How thrilling. What do we have over here? Okay, I'm a little afraid because I remember the controls choking me up a few times and trying to figure out how to get unstuck. So I'm hoping I don't trigger that again because I don't remember how to get unstuck anymore. Douglas the postman.
Hi, so what is your star sign, please?
I don't know. Why do you ask?
I am instigating a mating ritual. Tell me, did it hurt?
Did what hurt?
When you
fell
hurtled
from the
to
sky?
Earth from orbit?
Do you mean when I fell from heaven?
Affirmative. I require an answer, humanoid.
I'm not really interested. Sorry.
I will find the required combination of vocalizations to entice you for romantic relations.
I'm no expert on romance, but even I know that's not how it works.
Incorrect. Please listen carefully to the following statement. If I could rearrange the alphabet, I would require the vowel U and the vowel I to be contiguous.
Do you want some advice?
Affirmative.
If you want to talk to someone you like, try asking their name. And introduce yourself, too.
I am Douglas. Name, please.
Nice to meet you, Douglas. I am Rania. Maybe try to ask questions in a less aggressive way.
Rania, please touch my carbon fiber endoframe.
Why would I do that, Douglas?
Because it's made of boyfriend material.
Okay, that is a little funny. But I'm afraid you're not what I'm looking for, Douglas. And I'm not even looking anyway.
Very well. I shall continue to be alone.
Oh no! I shall continue to be alone. It is made of boyfriend material.
Maybe you can try this dating agency, Douglas.
Please, I am not so desperate. I am currently rated highly desirable in my range.
Are there many other available androids in your range?
May I have the flyer, please? Perhaps I will try the dating agency.
Good luck, Douglas.
Thank you, Rania. I can afford you a reward. You can have my optimal dating ritual instigation line, or some credits.
The line is tempting. I think I'll take the limbs.
Alright, good luck, buddy. Now I'm afraid to throw things out in this game now, because a lot of the trashy items seem to also just be like important for quests out of nowhere. And not a lot of prompting. And that's kind of a big deal, you know? How will I get all of my funny boyfriend material dialogue? Oop, looks like we're going even further this way. Sticking to the terrifying sidewalk that floats off the platform for some reason, because people would just love that, apparently. Look at all this garbage I can find. We have 2 more punch cards for Evelyn. The less finished than expected quest. Salmon Yashiro.
Let me past.
No, I ain't going nowhere.
Your boss wants to talk to me. I'm not supposed to be late. You're making me late.
If you're late, you should have got here earlier.
If I'm late, I'm telling him why.
I'm just jopping with your lady.
Japping?
Fooling with ya. Rubrik don't want to see you. Just wants you to have this. He left this package for ya.
Where is it supposed to go?
Huh? You don't know?
No.
Well, I guess he's gonna tell ya. Better hurry, Rabbit. Gonna be late.
Salmon Yasuhiro.
the nav point, please.
I got it really wrong the first time.
I didn't say I wanted to accept a call, Camus.
I couldn't stop him. He's taken over the comm.
You want to know what it is, don't you? You've been turning it over in your mind. What did Lomo have me deliver down there in the hollows? You can't stop thinking about it.
To be honest, I've had bigger things to worry about. Oh, don't let me deflate your ego, though. You were saying?
You've got a lot to learn about living in Nivalis. It takes a lifetime to understand this city.
A lifetime? Well, then the earlier I start, the longer it will take.
You know what Ballard 3.0 does to people? What it could do to you?
It's a virus, right? I heard there was an outbreak.
The earlier I start, the longer it will take, because it takes a lifetime. She's ready for these people.
It's much more than a virus. Ballard 1.0 affected computers, but Ballard 2.0 affects neural augments. It makes autonomic bodily functions become conscious choices. It does not stop the individual's heart beating, their lungs breathing, but it stops that from happening without command. When an individual is afflicted with Ballard 2.0, they must make their heart beat. They must be conscious of every breath. They cannot sleep, cannot lose focus for a second, or they will die.
You made this virus?
No, it is an ugly thing, an ugly way to die. Slow and cruel, but I created the economy around it. The subscription plans, the digital inoculation, the cure, insurance policies to...
He monetized a virus. Pay to live.
families of those it afflicts.
Sounds like a protection racket.
Which economies are any different?
You're full of shit. What is this package?
Ballard 2.0, the last pure source code, stored on Quanta Drive. It can't be decrypted by anything in Nivalis below the spires.
And you want me to do what? Spread it?
Quarantine it. There's a simple, unmarked delivery chute in the stacks. It will take the sample to a secure bunker where rare and unique viruses are stored in case they are needed again.
Needed for what? To make new viruses?
To fight them, but also to manage the economy. If my associates were to infect a few thousand people with a low-level neural affliction, every individual would pay for a security upgrade. That upgrade would become a panacea. Everyone would install it, and the next far more dangerous virus would hit them as a harmless ripple instead of a devastating tidal wave, leaving them untouched. Their lives would be saved.
You know, this city has its share of monsters.
Holy shit, I've never done so many city transitions in one delivery. Like without a stop.
You're the worst.
And don't forget it. I've given you the final nav point. Do your job, little rabbit.
He is gone. We are alone again.
Camus, is there a waste disposal near? One that leads all the way to the sea.
Yes, I have a nav point. Can we really do that?
I don't believe this is a cure at all. This is Rubrik's retirement plan, and he'll use it again.
What if sending it to disposal means someone else gets it? Or maybe it will spread. The package says it is dangerous.
It's worth it.
Oh.
Besides, I don't think Rubrik wants anyone else to know he gave us this. If he goes after us, we can rat him out to Lomo. I don't believe for 1 second that Lomo would be forgiving.
This feels like it goes really poorly somehow. But here I am wanting to see the morality, the choice whomst is moral play out. I feel like I chose incorrectly about how to get around here. Fuck. Help. Help. It's like when you fall out of that one Overwatch map. Yeah, it is the stacks. I'm below the level, aren't I? No. Oh yeah, all those arrows are doing right. All those carrots. No. Where park? Getting a nice amount of vehicle damage, so that's happening. This place is really confusing. What am I looking at? Oh fuck. My vehicle's moving weird. Got. Can you stop? Okay, some open air. Jeez. What's this? Okay, so it's all attached. So I go to the parking all the way over there. Okay. Oh, God. And parking is above me? Ah. Welcome back to 2D. Oh my goodness. We are way the hell up here. There's somebody waiting over there, so might as well take a look at them. Like him bragging about being the most evil person on the planet seems like it's not a great thing to help him. But he's also dangerous enough, potentially, that that should be its own worry.
Hey, you deliver stuff, right?
Sure, when I'm paid to.
I pay you.
That's not how it works. You have to contact my employer.
Seems complicated. How about I just pay you?
Look, I can't just...
How about I pay you up front?
Listening. But I won't take anything illegal or dangerous. What's the package?
My durable, my vestments, my tights, my rosaries, and my Apocrypha Sanguine, first edition.
I have no idea what any of those are. Are they something to do with your religion?
You mean my cult? You can tell by my robes.
Yeah. I mean, no. Well?
Just take them. Deliver them to the compound. You know the place. Everyone knows the place. Here's the fee. If you make the delivery without incident, come back and I'll double it.
On my way.
Everybody knows the place. Brave assumption. This place actually looks pretty populated with stuff. And people. And things. That one's also, that's got an arrow by it, doesn't it? It's less up. Yeah, you can't see them on the map. Womp womp. There's an up? I'm gonna be here for a while. Dude, there's a lot of people here. I guess I've just never had to come here before. The stacks. Cardinal.
You, child! You have sin in your eyes, in your thoughts, under your nails. Excoriate yourself before my mother. Your mother. The All-Mother!
Me? Me? Stop pointing at me.
You feel the spotlight of guilt. It strips away your facade. Bow down to Cora and ask her to free us and birth anew. We are all doomed!
Don't you have anything better to do than shout at people in the street?
Not at the moment. I'm waiting for my robes to be dry cleaned. Repent! Repent and suffer before the gaze of the All-Mother!
Camus, do you hear this guy? This is exactly what Mom warned me about in Nivalis. Crazy people shouting on the streets.
I hear him. What is he talking about now?
I saw the fourth face as I stripped away the mask. The eyes of Cora looked down, and a mouth made of garbage spat upon my soul.
Gross.
He shouted at you. He shouts at a lot of people.
Not CorpSec, I noticed. Or the gangers over there, or guys in general.
My knowledge base says many religious factions do not respect minorities or women.
Your knowledge base is not wrong, Camus.
Oh. Camus. You're learning, but it's sad. Where is this even gonna go? Oh, there's a couple of items up here. Might as well. Boop. More punch cards for the punch cards collection. Alright, so he wasn't a quest. I was getting a little worried that I was gonna just pick up this huge stack of quests here because of how many NPCs are around, apparently. But not always so much. Just never fucking stops raining. I guess it's a good thing this place doesn't have to worry about flooding most of the time, because... Did you leave without me? Bud. I need you. Because, you know, it's in the sky. It's not hard for the water to escape around here. I wish the map showed arrows, because I can't tell whether or not I'm done with a floor. I gotta find the elevators anyway, so I might as well just do the loop around here and see what I find. That might be another punch card. Look at all that atmosphere. Oop. Another CorpSec flare. Ooh, something's... those are individual things people live in. The building fall into that one and then knock them over. That's a bunch of people who are not alive anymore, I'm thinking. That's a bad time. It's funny, I had comments about the visual fidelity of this game, and I had, like, I think I had opposite responses from different people. Like, on one hand, people saying it's not a low fidelity game. It's actually like very beautifully, carefully crafted and so on. And then somebody else was like, yeah, no, this is literally just like built like some built-in. This is just like some like modern lighting tech and some fog and stuff, just making everything look good by default. Just like literally polar opposite reactions. When I say low fidelity, what I'm talking about is just like the Kiss Club discovered gave me an achievement. Weird. I just mean that's just not detailed. Like, it's not detailed. Like, if an artist drew this, I'd be pretty blown away. Like, it's not nothing. And it's also not like, I don't want to throw anything under the bus. Like Titan Quest, I guess. Like Titan Quest is beautiful too, but it's like it's very big chunky blocks. And these are pretty chunky blocks too. But like, yeah, if you compare this stuff to like, you know, like a modern AAA game or something, like there is a gargantuan disparity in graphical fidelity, which I obviously don't see as an insult because I specifically like love indie games and so on. But you know, there's just categories as far as fidelity do. But also, like, I'm weird. I listen to lo-fi and garage rock, so I like a genre of music that's called low fidelity, but abbreviated. So I am here for it. How do I get downstairs? This place is confusing. Is the elevator up or is it down right now? Is that that's the, okay, so no. I want to, oh, there, it's over there, okay. I'm like, I need to see an elevator in motion that is below me, because that's how I know. Because this one's above me, I think. Where's this elevator? They're surprisingly hard to spot sometimes. I think, oh no, that one's completely, that's from between the floor head above me and the one above me. I was on that earlier. Ooh. We get it, we got it, we good. Give. There we go. I'm gonna be just as lost on the way back. Maybe not. There might not be that many. I mean, there's fewer options, I imagine, on my way back.
You'd find in the body of a 20-year-old athlete. Blood plus vitality. Blood plus energy. Blood plus you.
Oh. Dude. Stop.